Hey, it's AP Experiment, and welcome back to some XDefiant. There have been lots of little announcements through Mark Rubin, the executive producer. TDM is coming in the coming weeks with um, one of the upcoming patches. The one of the next few patches will patch sniper flinch, gun flinch, nerf some of the movement. If you haven't been paying attention on Twitter, everybody's been basically throwing out these leaks. But yeah, a lot of those are coming in the coming patches. The game, of course, is going to apparently get a mix of easier and harder depending on what your goals are. Mark Rubin went along the words to say that the gun grind will be changing in the fact that it will be easier to get attachments, but harder to get the mastery camos. As someone who's not really worried about the mastery camos, I'm very much excited for that. I really only cared about the gun attachments anyway. The mastery camos are kind of a cake on top. I'm going to be playing this game for a long time, so I know eventually I will get all these guns to 100. It's not really that big of a deal. Ubisoft Forward is later today at I believe 11:30 Pacific time. So if you could, just convert that whatever time you are in or time zone you are in. But 11:30 Ubisoft Forward should be going on. XDefiant did say that they were going to have an announcement, which hopefully means either something like a teaser for season 1, maybe an update on what exactly is going to go on in the next patch. Or so a teaser of season 1 is probably the biggest hope. That's something I really hope happens. But of course, something like speaking on current issues and how they're going to fix them and things of that nature, those would also be really good. I have seen a very decent uptick of people posting, I'm not going to say stupid clips because they are good clips to show that there are problems in the game, but they seem, the way that they are captioned, they seem very like someone hasn't been paying attention. Like netcode hasn't been the source problem of the game while it was in development. So yes, netcode hasn't exactly been figured out down to a hitch. There is a bit of problem there, that's fine. That's what they've been explaining the whole time. That's what has been slowing down their progress the whole time. So, not an unusual thing to see. Of course, the nerf that is supposed to be coming from movement, I'm very delighted for, because I'm not gonna lie, I am getting absolutely pooped on. So I can't wait to see what the movement nerf basically does to the community overall, which has been kind of jumping around really crazy. If you saw my video yesterday, I think I may have ran into my first hacker because he dropped 125 on my head. Really crazy. I really advise watching that video. That guy was diffy, very different. Hopefully in this coming season, instead of just one gun, they possibly give us 2. I would really like to see another marksman rifle come into the game. Now I know that marksman rifles are not exactly popular among any really shooter community, but I really would love to see more marksman rifles come into the game. I'm a very big fan of them myself. As a matter of fact, if I go for any guns to go gold, it's most likely going to be the marksman rifles first, as I really do have a love for them. The MK20 and the SVD definitely are great guns, and this game, in comparison to other shooters that I've played, really does the marksman rifles justice. They're not exactly overpowered, however they're not underpowered. I can 2-shot at a good distance with them, and if I'm hitting headshots, it really feels like it's impactful. Of course, this is me speaking on the marksman rifles prior to me getting chrome lined, which I believe takes the headshots to 1 shot, if I'm remembering correctly from videos that I've seen on builds of guns. Again, I'm not exactly big on looking into other people's builds for guns, but if you are, they're all over Twitter. Everybody has one. Every YouTube channel has one, it seems. However, that's not really my thing. I really just enjoy trying to cater to my own personal playstyle and figuring out what attachments I want on specific guns based on how I feel the guns are. especially from playing all the way into, playing from the, bare bones gun all the way up, the way I level it, the way that I end up, you know, basing all of my strategies. I really, really enjoy doing that. Um, I am pretty much almost done with my benchmarking grind. I think all I have to do is get the M60 to about level 16 or so, and I will literally have all my guns at the set benchmark, and then I will begin focusing on trying to get all the attachments for the M4 first, and then the MDR, working my way across the categories once again to grab all the attachments. And then once I finish that out, I'm really just going to be playing the game for fun at that point. I finished the battle pass in the first week. So for me, the gun grinding, basically just getting my skills together and making sure I grab and look for as much information on coming patches. I don't really care for the leaks. I'm not really a leak person. I don't like when things are spoiled for me. So the leaks are kind of annoying. I really try to avoid them as much as possible. I like to stay aware that they exist. However, I take everything with a grain of salt. And I know that the creative minds of other people are very much a thing. But I'm not much for leaked content. So it's not really my thing. So I have been enjoying that, or avoiding that as much as possible. But there are, pages who really like to do it, who really like to talk about the leaks and find out all the information. I'm just not that guy. I don't really care. It's not my thing. But yeah, all the guns have been feeling great, going great. The community is amazing, minus a few people who actually are a bit weird. I've ran into a series of times in which I'm playing games, and I actually ran into another content creator who said this, but a lot of times when people are more focused on the gun grind than the actual objective, which I'm very happy that Mark Rubin announced that a TDM mode will be coming eventually, so hopefully that drags all of the people who don't want to win games to go over there, because sheesh, the amount of times I've literally lost games purely because my teammates were backing up to try to get as many kills as possible, and the amount of times I've actually been called trash because I was pushing to go for the objective and dying out a lot versus my teammate who's sitting in a corner trying to rack up kills. Like it's very, very weird to deem skill more to KD than to actually trying to win the game. Doesn't ever make sense to me, but maybe somebody can explain that down in the comments. I believe that winning matters more than KD. I understand that KD is important. It does show your skills as far as gunning and moving, map knowledge, things of that nature. But if you have high kill games, low def games, but you're always losing, or you're not even trying to win, that's the weird one. I don't mind if you do it and you're getting your dubs, and that's cool. I feel like if you're not trying to win, if you're not trying to contribute to the team, then I don't feel like you have a reason to speak. If someone's outplaying you on the objective and dying out, that literally just shows you're not trying to play the objective at all. I have more than a few games where I had 3 times, 4 times, 10 times, maybe even 12 times the amount of objective score as someone, and they would call me trash because I was super negative. And I was thinking to myself, I wouldn't be super negative if you, the quote-unquote better player, would come and try to play the objective with me, so I'm not getting gunned down by the entire team like I just got sentenced to execution. But that's just my thoughts on things. It's been AP Experiment, and I'll catch you in the next one.